on EA Sports.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you take a look at our home side as we enter play here. They've been playing their best football of the year. Winners of 4 in a row. Meanwhile, for the visiting Cariocas, we're in October now, so everybody should be coming into form, shouldn't they?
They really should, and what you have now is a full routine established about what you want to get done and full focus on the season.
Certainly the game of the weekend, maybe the game of the year, the battle of the unbeatens as we get underway. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42. Great return. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they'll be led out by their third-year quarterback.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, accentuate the positive. Because that's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air. Receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. Back to throw. McGraw, a quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
I spotted man coverage on the outside. I expect we'll see a lot of that from this defense as this game moves on. And that was a good job there as that one was knocked away.
From the gun on third down. McGraw. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. And while all of that was going on with a sack, it appears, unfortunately, we have an injured player. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. And they'll send out their punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. So out comes the offense now with a long field ahead of them. They'll be led out by the #1 overall pick back in 2020 from LSU. It's Joe Burrow.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some. They threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves.
There he goes, right side. Inside the 20. And finally wrestled down at the 11. A big play there. 76 yards. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. They run with Powell. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Eluding the pressure right. A solid run of 11 there as he tucked it and ran, but he's still short of the marker, and it's 4th.
Well, he was looking at a dime formation, 6 defensive backs on the field, so he's looking for anyone to throw the football to, but he didn't have anyone open, so he took off and ran for it, but he came up just short, and that brings up 4th down.
So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Now a handoff up the middle. Malone. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. That one a first down pickup of 8.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
In motion left goes a tight end. Throwing now is Daniels. It's caught. Mitchell. The numbers last week for Mitchell. 7 catches, 74 yards.
And I get the feeling that he loves this matchup. I mean, the unit he's going against is in the bottom half of the league against the pass. He had to have circled this one on the schedule and said to himself, this should be a big game.
To throw is Daniels. Over the middle, complete. It's Malone. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 12 yards there and a first down. And they'll send the slot in motion left. To the air goes Daniels. And it's complete to Mitchell. They find some open field here. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big play that time on the catch and run. And it'll move the chains.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not. It's third down.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the... In this one, the only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
They'll bring a tight end in motion right. Daniels from the gun on third down. Down to the 10, and finally down at the 9-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
A field goal helps, but a touchdown gets you the lead. That had to be the message transmitted in the huddle. And they delivered there as that throw is going to keep the drive alive. And even better than that, set them up with a first and goal.
Now Daniels. Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Mitchell. Only a yard of the completion. It's second and goal. Here's Daniels. Shove. Touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And his guys have taken the lead.
As a former defender, I would be angry as well. Could not get off the field. Well-executed offensive drive. No matter what the defense tried, they couldn't stop them.
Extra point attempt to come here. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The home team's offense, led by their running back, headed out for the second possession. And he has made his presence felt to the ground game already in this first quarter. They might very well lean on him the rest of the way. They start the drive with a give to Powell. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now it's Burrow. And that is incomplete. When you look at this defense, well, they were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And what I saw on film was nearly an unstoppable pass rush. They had 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries. So now do you just max protect on offense, keep everyone in and run, 1 or 2 receiver routes to make sure your quarterback stays up? We'll soon find out.
They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down. And on now is the punter, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. That'll be a 49-yard punt, 6 yards there on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Well, the Rio offense set to take over. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
An 8-yard pickup. And the Rio de Janeiro 1st down.
Daniels looking to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
The competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. He finds his man, complete. That's Mitchell. And that's good for a gain of 6. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Operating from the gun, Daniels. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So that if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it and let's go with it.
Second quarter now, and it's our home team with possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Burrow looking to pass. Over the middle, it's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a 1st down. Here's Burrow. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, particularly running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And Burrow going to throw again. And that is incomplete here.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game. It has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 yards for number 11.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
There's Hall bringing in another one. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 2nd and a couple.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. Burrow will throw. That is caught. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
A gain of 7 that time. 2nd and goal.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. They'll run. This is Powell. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. His 8th rushing touchdown on the year as his guys are able to regain the lead. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 10-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Now the Rio offense set to take over. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that...
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. Now a 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get into the 36 to pick up the first. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. Under pressure, and down he goes. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Well, the Rio offense about to set up shop once again. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd down and 7. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. Open man is Tucker. And he's got this down to the 35. His first catch, good for 14 there and a 1st down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
No gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. They'll try and run for it. And he's going to get the 1st down as they bring him down at the 23. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. They'll send Mitchell in motion right. They'll look to throw now on first down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Tucker. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Second down and 4. Looking to throw. McGraw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. In motion, the tight end. Out of the gun now on third down. Here's Tucker, complete on the right side. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. And his kick is good. And that will knot us up at 10. So it was 4th and 1 down in the red zone, but they elect to take just the 3.
And I'm a little surprised that that's how they decided to play it, that they didn't go for it there. But sometimes just take those 3 points and put them in your pocket. I just have one question for you, partner.
Okay.
Hip pocket or back pocket?
And running with power here. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. One more go for this offense in the first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
No sense risking anything there on first down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who could make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done. Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. On the out route, he completes it to Hall. And to the 49-yard line, but no further. And obviously, he is well short of the first. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. It's a tied football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Over the middle, complete. That's Hall. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 26 and a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now it's Burrow. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
On the move past the 40. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues.
For as many sacks as this defense has, you can understand their willingness to try and get upfield and get another. So what a really smart play call here to use their aggression against them, go with the screen, and they're able to get the first down.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down. They'll run again. Again, it's Powell. Even with him busting through the contact, he'll still be stopped just inside the 35. A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And it's intercepted at the goal line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively, just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Operating from the gun, McGraw looking for his running back, and he's got him. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Now a give right side. Malone, and he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Slot man moves right. Operating from the gun. McGraw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the gun on 3rd down. McGraw. And that is incomplete. Well, the incompletion, but now we also have an injured player. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. So they bring out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. They'll motion the tight end across the formation. Now Burrow. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. Just need a yard here, 2nd and 1.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
They'll drop to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hall. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. Here's Powell. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. 85 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. From the 39, Burrow. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Hall. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. A pair of first downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. He'll look to throw. Dumps off to Powell. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it's second down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Now back to throw. And that one too wide and incomplete.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
They bring their punter out there now as he'll come on to kick this one away. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. McGraw. And he's got his man on the out route. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. 2nd and 7. In motion goes the tight end. Off play action. McGraw. It's caught. Mitchell. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. From the gun on 3rd down. McGraw able to find the open man. That's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a 1st down.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Another 1st down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards. In motion right, one of the tight ends. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Back to throw again. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Malone. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. They'll look to throw again. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. And this offense on 3rd down today, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. A throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
And this defense definitely in his head there on 3rd down, and he's pretty fortunate. They didn't call for grounding on this one. That was a good 10 feet over everyone's head.
And his kick is indeed good, and they will take the lead at 13-10. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. And Now this offense comes back out onto the field. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. They go play action with Burrow. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Now it's Burrow. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And this will be gathered up in the end zone. And that's a defensive touchdown. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Boy, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave them a comfortable lead.
Now for the point after. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be second down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Now inside the 25. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
Now the Rio offense set to take over. And now they are in prime position, 1st and goal after the interception and return. They'll look to make it pay off for 6 points. Back to throw. McGraw. And it's caught. Touchdown from 3 yards out. And that interception key as it leads to the touchdown. An important score there, CD, and now an important extra point because it would make it a 3-score game.
Love the math there, and at this point in the fourth quarter, look, we all need next-gen stats, right? We all use them, but we don't need them here, do we? Because that means it's almost a certain victory.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The home team's offense and Joe Burrow getting set for this next drive. And it's been a struggle for him all afternoon. This defense has really done a nice job of making him earn everything he gets, and it's prevented him from getting into any kind of rhythm here today. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
Partner's bad enough when you just can't hold on to the football. But when your quarterback's throwing it to the other team, that's 3 interceptions now, 4 turnovers for the game. You really have no chance to win the football game.
The Rio offense about to set up shop once again. And as we look back at how we got here, you'll notice a common theme in these highlights. A lot of yardage through the air. The passing game has been sharp right from the outset. On first down, it's Malone. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. 2nd and 7 from the 20. Operating from the gun, McGraw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Tucker. 7 yards there and a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe.
And now a fumble. The ball's out. Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him, able to get picked up by his team, fumble recovered. They still have an opportunity deep in the red zone.
Now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. Now, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Here is 3rd down and 4. Looking to throw. McGraw. And it's caught. And the athleticism on the spin move allows him to pick up the first before he's brought down. Give him the 3rd down conversion. 5 yards on the play. They'll try to run this one in. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. When you talk about a battle being won in the trenches, that touchdown right there, a lot of credit to the offensive linemen.
Yeah, when you watch them surge across the front, they really created great space for the runner to get in.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 24. That time a 6-play drive, and it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Burrow looking to pass. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Lopez. So the completion gets him just a yard, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. Burrow will throw. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Here we go. It's Burrow on fourth down. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. Well, I guess an interception at this point on fourth down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over to the other side. Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he could do there. And he winds up giving the ball away. The Rio offense about to set up shop once again. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. They'll run on first down. Malone. He's got it to the 43 here.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
That one a first down pickup of 8. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Malone. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and look like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. The ball resting on the 20. Here's 2nd and 6. Up the middle they go. Malone. And he will make his way back to where he started from, and that's all. As we will make our way to the 2-minute warning. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. From the gun on 3rd down. McGraw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
On first down, it's Malone, and he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. 44 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime.